Hey everyone, I'm Jeff. Welcome to Replace My Paycheck. I'm building a portfolio designed to generate consistent income enough to fully replace my 9 to 5 job. This channel is where I'll track the progress, show what's working, what's not, and break down the strategies I'm using along the way. Today we're going to be talking solely about NVII. NVII is the Rex Shares Income Portfolio or Income Fund that tracks NVIDIA. This is a weekly payer. This has only been around since May, and we're going to just dive in a little bit today to kind of show you what's been working for me. As you can see on the screen here, I got into it June 3rd. I just went in with a little over one share just to kind of get my feet wet and see if I like it. As you know, these income funds are truly risky, a lot of NAV erosion. So the point of these are to generate income, and it's not really more of a long-term growth play, but just more of like a short-term income play. Now, you can do this for the long term if you don't mind seeing your account down 50, 60, 70% of what you put in, as long as those distributions are outpacing what you're losing in NAV. But let's just dive into exactly what we have going on today. So as you can see, I have a total cost basis of $830 with a big chunk of that coming on August 1st where I put in roughly $800. As you can see here, the dividend has been consistent. Row 4 is what you'll see on the weekly dividends here. Been paying out pretty consistent. Had one really bad week, I would say, with a 10-cent return for the week, but as you can see, we've been kind of rallying since. More so staying over that 20-cent mark. It looks like around 22 to about 25, 26 could be like the average, with the distribution that's coming up on the 7th being at 29 cents. That's the highest it's been since inception. So I see we picked up a lot of steam here. I have an average share price of 31.41. The current share price is at 32.58 from closing today, August 4th, when I'm making this video. Just from the shares that I have alone, I have a NAV return of $30.92 overall. That's total. So with my cost basis and my total dividend, or my total dividend here, I have a total return of 3.94%. In the trailing 12-month dividend, this is giving a 46% distribution rate, meaning that it is paying out, tracking to pay out for the trailing 12 months, 46.7%. Again, these funds are truly risky. They do track the underlyings. The thing I like about Rex Shares is that it's more of like a blend fund where yield max is all covered calls, you're capping your upside, and you're just basically trying to grab premium. So when a stock rallies, you won't catch the full move. With Rex Shares, they're doing half uncapped, and then they're doing half covered calls. So they're looking to generate that income, but they're also looking to uncap that upside. So when you see certain stocks like NVIDIA just ripping up, Rex Shares is going to catch more of that than like a yield max fund with NVIDIA does. So again, this channel is just more so how to replace that paycheck, how to cover your mortgage, cover that car payment, cover a cell phone bill. It does cost a little bit to play, but if you have the cash that's laying around and you want to see it generate some income, as you can see here, with a total return of 3.94%, we're not really outpacing the traditional like high yield savings account. But what this truly does is allows you to utilize the income, because if I take the money out of my savings account, I don't have it. I don't collect that 4 or 5%. With this, I can take out my weekly distribution and still see that same return, or relatively that same return, depending on the distribution. As long as this thing is staying above, I would say 25 cents will be somewhere, if I don't increase my position, around that like $6.50 to $7 range with my current position. I do plan to add, but again, with this fund just being so new, I'm not really ready to jump off the cliff yet. I do have a big portfolio in these income funds, so we'll dive into that a little bit later as the channel grows. But just as for today, because NVII just announced their 29-cent dividend, this is what we're going to be diving into today. So as later videos come out, we'll be talking about more individual names, and then we'll go over the whole portfolio. But these income funds are truly interesting vehicles because a lot of people are using these for retirement aids, like people of old age on a fixed income, they're using, instead of just eating away at their, retirement, their 401ks, and they're just taking from it, taking from it, taking from it, they're able to move that money around and then actually just live off of the distributions. I've seen guys have 100, 300, 500,000 dollar positions in these funds, and people are pulling in $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a week. So it's truly doable. Again, it's risky. It's an investment, so everything can go to zero. You have to be prepared for that. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose, but definitely something you want to check out. I'm a big fan of NVII. I did increase my position substantially on August 1st, and with my dividends, I plan to reinvest them. So we'll see moving forward what that looks like. But I definitely will be adding to this at a slower pace than I do like a ULTY, where that's just a weekly buy for me. And video coming out soon on ULTY. I'll show my position. I'll show what I'm adding per week, what I'm making per week. But if you guys like the video, let me know. This is the first one, so be gentle in the comments. We will get better at this stuff, but let me know what you want to see. If you have some tickers you want me to check out, let me know. And welcome to the channel.